Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have the Jasmine gameplay and review, so if you are new please leave a like and subscribe for more videos on the channel, and also follow my Twitter down in the description down below to stay updated when I do upload. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, we're going to get into it, but first we got to do a quick disclaimer that I'm part of the KCP, the Kabam Creator Program, so I get these Guardians every single month. I get to make videos on them, but when I do make the videos on them, after a certain amount of time they do get removed from my account, so I do not benefit having these Guardians. So let's get straight into it. Jasmine, she is a ranged Guardian, and we're just going to start with her core ability. So Jasmine is immune to dizzy debuffs. So dizzy debuffs, if you don't know what they are, it's an effect targeting accuracy up to a maximum of -80%, decreasing the chance of them successfully landing a basic or heavy attack against their opponents. So she's immune to that, and recently there's been a lot of Guardians coming out that actually dizzy you. So Jasmine being immune to dizzy is really good. So Jasmine's basic attacks have a 25% chance to grant her 1 dagger. Now you can get 5 of these daggers from her core ability. Now what are these daggers? So a dagger is an additional projectile stored by Jasmine, which deals additional damage when released with a heavy attack. Dagger hits aren't considered basic or heavy attacks, so it gets stored, and when you use your heavy attack it releases the daggers and it does additional damage. So you can get 5 of these from the core ability. The chance of getting a dagger is increased by 50% against enemies with armor or wounds, and to 100% against enemies with indestructible buffs. So someone like Genie, when he goes indestructible, you're going to have a guaranteed chance to gain those daggers. So when that buff does expire, you're going to have so many daggers and you're going to be able to nuke him down. So Jasmine's heavy attack throws 1 projectile dealing 300% damage, and then unleashes a flurry of all of her stored daggers, each dealing 35% damage. So from your core ability you can get a maximum of 5 daggers. Now in total that is 175% additional damage with the daggers if you have a maximum of 5 daggers from the core ability. So in total you're doing 475% damage just from the core ability alone. So moving on to the special ability, Jasmine gains a True Strike buff for 10 seconds. Now this True Strike buff is OP. It basically allows the target to deal true damage which bypasses evasion, armor and damage resistance. So going against someone like, let's just say Sully, where he gains so much armor, it will just ignore the armor and it will take away his health. So using the special ability, Jasmine gains 2 daggers, and her chance to gain daggers from her basic attack is increased by additional 10% while she has a True Strike buff. So you have this True Strike buff for 10 seconds. So 10 seconds after you use your special ability, you're going to gain an instant 2 daggers, and you're going to have an increased chance to gain more. So moving on to the signature ability, if Jasmine has 4 or more daggers when she releases a heavy attack, she gains a 25% attack buff for 8 seconds, and you can see that being applied on screen now. So you want to build up your daggers as much as possible. So you want to use your special abilities to gain those extra 2 daggers, and you just want to keep hitting into your opponent using your basic attacks to gain as many daggers as possible. If you have above 4, you're going to get yourself an attack buff for 8 seconds. So the maximum number of daggers Jasmine can hold is increased by 2, and the daggers deal an additional 5% damage. So this signature ability is really good to have. From your core ability you can have a maximum of 5, and then if you use your special ability you get another 2, so that's 7, and then also at the same time you can get yourself another 2 with the signature ability, having it above a 4-star, and that will get you to 9 in total. So we're going to go straight into the talents now. So we're just going to go straight to the advanced one. So the duration of stun and roots applied to Jasmine are 42% shorter. So she's not 100% immune to like root and stun, but it's a 42% decrease. So she is going to be a good option against stun and root guardians, and at the same time the maximum number of daggers Jasmine can hold is increased by 1. So moving on to the next advanced one, Jasmine's basic and heavy attacks deal an additional 77% damage to enemies with lore. So she's going to be killing enemies who have lore. So Jasmine is a really good counter to Simba because he also goes indestructible, and Jasmine benefits from that. So the last advanced talent, each dagger from Jasmine's heavy attack has a 50% chance to inflict a wound, dealing 15% damage per second for 5 seconds. Now this can stack up 4 times, so we'll only use 4 of your daggers. So this is one of the best talents to apply to Jasmine. You can just see the burst damage we're doing, and the wound just builds up and it just adds up over time. And then moving on to the elite talent, whenever Jasmine defeats an enemy she immediately gains 2 daggers and gains a 6.8% focus buff for the rest of the encounter. Now this focus buff can stack up 10 times. So you can just continuously build up your daggers 2 at a time every time you defeat an enemy. This is ridiculous. Like, this elite talent is so good and you want to always have it on. So moving on to the traits, she's a medium guardian, royalty, lawful, leader and blade wielder. A couple of good ones there. She'll be decent for like rift raids, maybe dungeons. So what's my overall thoughts on Jasmine? I think she's one of the best ranged guardians in the game. The burst damage is just ridiculous. Comparing it to someone like Zerg post buff, she's not far behind. Her burst damage is just ridiculous. She can counter evade and armor. She's partly immune to root and stun. And overall, her damage is just ridiculous. She has wound as well. So what am I going to rate her out of 10? I would give her a solid 9 out of 10. I think she has potential to be one of the best ranged guardians in the game. So let me know what you think down below. We're going to get into some gameplay now. If you did like the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.